here in the media centre, which is basically a nerve centre, second to race control, where all the media are. They have all the timing screens in here, and what we're actually going to do today is look at the timing screen. Now, to someone who is not used to looking at a timing screen, there can be a sea of colours and columns with numbers on, which may not mean anything to you, but actually when you know which column means what, and you look at it in more detail, it's actually an absolute encyclopedia of instant live information about the cars out on track at that moment in time. In the first column, where you've obviously got on the screen number 1 to 20, that's the position of the car. Now, some of them are actually in blue, some of them in white. That's the Pro and the Pro-Am categories. So you can see from 1 to 20, that is the position of the car. Then you have NR at the top, which is the car's number. Again, they will replicate a white or blue colour depending on which category of car they are, so you can tell which number each car is. Third column is name, and that is an abbreviation of the driver's name in 3 letters, which will be able to tell you who is driving, which driver is driving the car at that time. Then we have lap, which obviously is pretty self-explanatory. You can see then which car is on which lap and what. Some of them will be a lap or 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps as time goes on behind. However, looking at it now, you can see that on the first page, the last sort of 6 or 7 cars are 2 laps behind the overall first position. Then we get into the time difference and the time gap. So we can see there where you will have the actual time, and this is all taken off the car in first position. You'll then see the distance each car in seconds is behind until you get to a lap, and then it'll be 1L and then 2L as you increase and go further down. Then the difference, you can have 1 lap plus a time afterwards, which will show you that that car is 1 lap plus 37 seconds, so a lap and 37 seconds behind the car still leading the overall race. Then we go into sector times, where you've got S1, S2, S3. You'll have Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3 around the track. Each one will have a timing boom which will pick up the car passing, so you can actually see the time of that car in that sector. Sometimes a car has been out for a little while, you'll see them go white, sector time go white first, and that shows you that is the sector time that the car has just done. Now, if that sector time goes green, it means it's the best sector time that that car has done in the race so far. If it goes purple, it means it's the best time that any car has done on the track at that time. After that, we've got last, which basically is the lap time that they did previously on the last lap. And then we've got the best lap, which will show the best lap that the car has done during the race at that time. So after the best lap time, you'll see a number, and that will actually show you the lap that the car achieved that fastest lap. Then you've got P, which is for pit stops, so you can actually see the amount of pit stops that a car has had already. And then finally CL, which is basically class position. So as you go down, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 in white, which is the Pro category, so you can see the top 4, and then it goes maybe 1 and then 5, 6, but the 1 will be in blue, which will show you the Pro-Am leader in category. At the very top of the screen, you'll see sector times in purple and the theoretical best as well. Now, as you can see, there will be for above S1, there is a time in purple, which will basically switch between the actual time and then an abbreviation of the driver's initials who actually achieve that sector time. So you can see which driver, which car has actually done the fastest Sector 1 time, Sector 2 time and Sector 3 time. So what we have then is the theoretical best is those 3 sector times taken together to create a theoretical best time that ideally, had a car achieved all 3 of those purple sectors, it would have achieved that actual lap time. Top right of the screen, obviously next to the purple of the fastest sector times, you can actually see a little abbreviation of BL, and that's best lap, and it will show you the car number in purple, the abbreviation of the driver in purple, and the lap time that that driver actually achieved. So it's actually showing you the fastest lap of the race. On the far left of the screen, next to the car positions, the overall positions, you may see a green arrow facing upwards or a red arrow facing downwards. The green arrow obviously shows that the car has just moved up a position. A red arrow obviously shows the car has lost a position. At the very bottom of the screen, you'll see a green bar. Now that means track's green. If there was a red flag, it would go red. If there was a yellow flag, either in Sector 1, 2 or 3, that green bar or red bar, mainly it would be green, will split into S1, S2, S3, and it may be S2 and S3 are both green, but S1 is yellow, which means there's been an incident within the first sector. So again, team managers and engineers will radio through to the driver to say yellow flag in sector 1 or yellow flag in sector 3. So again, we can see in real time what's happening out the track. If there's an incident, immediately we can see what's happening. Then to the far right, you have P1 and then a bar, mostly in grey at the moment with white. That's basically the 24-hour timeline. So it's gone a little bit white, and as the time goes on within the 24 hours, the white will increase down that grey bar. So you can actually see now after 12 hours, you would see that the white was halfway along the grey bar. So there we have it. Once you know those columns and you understand them, it's actually very, very simple to read and extremely detailed, and you can really keep up to everything that's going on in the race.
Well, finally we're on the grid of the 24 Hours of Spa. We're on the grid in a good position really, because this car is 15th overall and the YouTube car is 22nd, so we're at the front end of the grid, 67 cars in the race.